So, what is neuroplasticity? Before we understand what is neuroplasticity, we need to know what is neuro and what is plasticity. Neuro means neurons. Neuro is usually used for our brain, our spinal cord, our nerves, etc., etc. And plasticity means a property to change from something to something. And when you combine these two things, you get the term neuroplasticity. Means the neurons' capability to change, to adapt, etc. Now, earlier, the scientists used to think that a human brain's neuron cannot generate again, it cannot multiply. But with time, the researchers have clearly shown that they keep generating. It means you can always generate new neurons. But on the top, the neurons, okay, let me firstly tell you what the neurons are. Neurons are the smallest units of the brain, the smallest functional units of the brain. Though there are other cells too, we can categorize them into glial cells. There are different kind of glial cells, but you don't have to bother much about that. Those cells are the supporting cells from where the blood vessels pass, etc. Now we have to focus on the neurons. In our brain, just like different wires in the house, different neurons interact with each other. So there is axon, there is nerve cell, the body of the cell, there is dendrites, but these are the technical terms, but I'm putting the picture just so that you know, at least you can see, but you don't have to bother about it. So it is a network of different cells in the brain, in the body. And there are different techniques we can use to improve that network or to find alternative networks. Earlier, people used to think that once you got brain damage, you cannot recover. But you see, there are many examples. For example, the kid who doesn't even have half of the brain, but still she is very much functional. She is normal. It means we use whole of our brain, and even if certain parts are gone, our brain has capacity to mold itself, to change itself. So this is all about neuroplasticity. Now in the next lecture, we'll learn what it is actually, what is the physiology behind that. Don't worry about that, I'm not going to bore you. But still, for you just to know a bit, how does it happen? Once you know how does it happen, you will be able to utilize this better.